Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. This is now regarding music Ozil from Arsenal now. Reportedly, the press are reporting now, because we know that Ozil has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford at least now for 4 weeks. And we know reportedly he told his teammates quite a while back that he does want to join Manchester United. But reportedly now, the press are reporting now about Mesut Ozil, that reportedly Arsenal are willing to let him go and are willing to offload him for around about £30 million in January. So I did suggest out to you, Arsenal would rather cash in for Ozil rather than let him go on a free transfer next summer. So basically now, it did confirm the other week that the contract talks are stalled between the club, the player and his current representatives, Mesut Ozil. And I know Arsenal know by name the process of securing Mesut Ozil a new deal with the club. But the press have just reported that Ozil has demanded that he wants to wear Jack Wilshere's number 10 shirt for him to possibly sign a new deal with Arsenal Football Club. So it's reported that he's suggesting now that Ozil is demanding that he wants to wear Jack Wilshere's number 10 shirt. It's also reported now that Arsenal are willing to offload Ozil £30 million, and it's also just suggested out that Ozil has come out, he's responded to these transfer rumours and suggested out he's still 100% an Arsenal player, and this is what Mesut Ozil has explained in the current situation. Some Arsenal fans may think he'll leave, some may think he'll still possibly stay, may see out his deal and go on a free transfer next summer, or even maybe sign a new deal. So what he's demanding, so basically if Arsenal may be willing to meet what Ozil is demanding, and Arsenal actually do give Ozil Jack Wilshere's number 10 shirt, then he may consider, signing a new deal in the current process, because we know he's been heavily linked with Man United, because he did say in the press for the last couple of days, the board have basically made it clear to Jose Mourinho he has to sell does Jose Mourinho before he buys, because we know Jose Mourinho, this is on his second season, his process, we know he's got a 3-year deal with Manchester United. Jose Mourinho, he spent nearly £300 million now in nearly 3 transfer windows as Jose Mourinho, but he's still, definitely need a creative win. He's still looking to adjust the midfield, because still quite a few players could go as well. Definitely Luke Shaw could definitely go in January as well, as he's fallen down the pecking order. But Mesut Ozil would be very good. Jose Mourinho classifies him as a good number 10. He can create chances, he can provide assists, as we all know. He's made over a century appearances now for Arsenal as Mesut Ozil, as we all know. This is his 5th season now in the process with Arsenal. It also reported, that Ozil has reportedly been demanding he did report he'd been demanding a higher wage increase from Arsenal as well. He was also in the Bundesliga for 5 years, so he is highly experienced. He's Mesut Ozil. I think he'd fit the Manchester United agenda well, but we've seen deals happen over the year to Man U Arsenal. We saw it with Welbeck from Arsenal from Man U to Arsenal. We saw, we purchased Van Persie from Arsenal as well. Helped us get our 20th league title in the current process. And Jose Mourinho is a big admirer of the play, because they worked fantastically well together at Real Madrid. Did Mesut Ozil and Jose Mourinho. They had 3 fantastic years together. Ozil won honours, he's won like 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal as well. And we know it's Arsenal's second most expensive signing in the current process, and it's the highest paid fee for a German player as well. Arsenal paid £42.5 million for him, the current World Cup winner as well. But reportedly it's saying in the current press, Jose Mourinho's got quite a few targets on his radar now. It's reportedly said in the press that Ozil has been demanding to wear Jack Wilshere's number 10 shirt for him to possibly stay at Arsenal and secure and sign a new deal with Arsenal. And also suggesting now, he has said that Arsenal now are willing to offload Ozil in January for around about £30 million. So if Man United are prepared to pay £30 million, we could go on and get the pursuit of Ozil in January, because he is a free transfer next summer. He could leave on a free transfer next summer if no team purchased him in January, of course, if he doesn't sign a new deal. And in the process, it did confirm that the contract talks have stalled in the current process. So looking like now that Arsenal are demanding that they want £30 million for the player, because obviously, as I did confirm to you guys yesterday as well about Marouane Fellaini and Juan Mata, because Jose Mourinho's still looking to adjust the midfield. As I did confirm to you guys yesterday about Marouane Fellaini, Marouane Fellaini did confirm Jose Mourinho's a big admirer of the player. We know he's just recently been injured, he's just recovered from long-term injury, and it did say, they had a meeting, Jose Mourinho and Marouane Fellaini, And he did confirm, obviously we know he's coming to an end of his deal. Jose Mourinho is keen. Jose Mourinho wants Fellaini to stay because he's a big admirer of the player, because he did block him a move to Galatasaray during the August window as well, Manny Fellaini. And Manny Fellaini's made a massive impact this season. Before his injury, he was absolutely fantastic. Was Manny Fellaini as well. Reportedly, Besiktas has showed an interest in him as well. We know this is his 5th season of the process. He's made over 2 century appearances now in the Premier League. We purchased him from Everton for just over £27.5 million. And I also updated you yesterday, about Juan Mata, because Ozil is a good number 10. He would get the number 10 shirt if he couldn't Manu, I should presume, because we've got Mkhitaryan that can play in that number 10. You've got Mata that can play in that number 10, but obviously, as I said, reports were coming out yesterday about Juan Mata, because we know Juan Mata is very, very consistent player for Manchester United. He's Juan Mata. He did actually suggest yesterday that he was linked with a move to Real Madrid. The 12-time Champions League winners were interested in Juan Mata, reportedly, because we know Juan Mata is coming to an end of his deal. As we know, this is his 4th season in the process with Man United. He's coming to an end of his deal, and it reportedly said before he had turned a big money move down to China, as well as Juan Mata in the current process. We know he's definitely now made over 2 century appearances for Man United. He's been in Man United, he has been a regular, as Juan Mata, very, very consistent. He's been playing mainly on the right hand side this season when he's played. He's played number 10, I think, a couple of times, but Mkhitaryan's been playing mainly there. But Real Madrid have reportedly have showed an interest in the current player. Maybe Man United may will to offload him in January, cash in for Mata, rather than let him go on a free next summer. But reportedly it did say in the press yesterday that Real Madrid were interested in him, because we know his Premier League experience. He's been in the Premier League about 6-7 years now as Juan Mata, as we all know. That's including his Chelsea days as well. And we know he's also played for Real Madrid, because he graduated from Real Madrid's youth system, where he's advanced. He went to the likes of Valencia, joined them for 4 seasons, made 174 appearances for Valencia as well. And then went to the likes of Chelsea, won the Champions League with Chelsea, won the FA Cup with Chelsea. Never won a Premier League medal, though, as Juan Mata, but he was at Chelsea a good 3 years. And then we purchased him during the Moyes era for just nearly £40 million. So it's reportedly saying Real Madrid could consider making a move for Juan Mata in the current process, because the board was saying we have to sell before we can currently buy in the current process. Also reported out as well, good news that Paul Pogba could be back after the international break. That's very, very good news, because we know he's been out for over a month now as Paul Pogba for injury. We know he got injured during the Basel game, did Paul Pogba as well. So it's good to see if he's going to be back after the international break, because he's our most essential creative midfielder, because we know we did pay £89 million for him. And we know Jose Mourinho, this is his 2nd season processing in 3 transfer windows. He's spent just nearly £300 million on players. A big chunk of that's obviously the Paul Pogba for £89 million. But you can see the difference in our midfield without Paul Pogba. Have you seen how static our midfield looks? Without Paul Pogba there. So it'd be good to see if he returns after the international break. Rojo's also suffered long-term injury. He's expected to return after the international break for the Newcastle game as well. That's very, very good news. Ibrahimovic is expected to return in December. That's very, very good news as well. Scored 28 goals for his last season. But yeah, we could still see a few players go. So Jose Mourinho is looking to address our midfield a bit more. And I still think Manchester United definitely need a creative winner in the process. I would continue a long video, but this is currently on record, guys. I've just got to tell you, because YouTube live streaming is playing up. So I'm going to have to put this on video record, guys, for all you guys to currently see as well. If I can do the live streaming later on, I will have a go if it doesn't play up, and then we'll be back to normal, as I said. And definitely looks like Luke Shaw's going to go, because the presser did report about Luke Shaw that he's allowed to leave on loan in January. There has been quite a few teams reportedly interested in Luke Shaw. There's been a few teams interested in Luke Shaw as well. Luke Shaw, as we all know, he made his international debut in 2014. We know we purchased him £29 million back in 2014 from Southampton. And and we know now if his career could be over, Luke Shaw, have to fall out with Mourinho. We know under Mourinho, his 5th choice left back. We know he's known for injuries. He's Luke Shaw, so Mourinho's going to obviously try and find a replacement for him. He maybe want to reunite with Pochettino, because Luke Shaw was used to work with Pochettino during his time with Southampton. Pochettino before he went to Tottenham. But yeah, that's where he'd risen up the ranks. Luke Shaw, we know he's just recently recovered from long-term injury, but I think Luke Shaw's frustrated, with the lack of game time he's getting at Manchester United as well. And as I said, it looks like Luke Shaw is going to be going. He's still under contract with Man U till 2019. As I said, is Luke Shaw. So it looks realistically now that he's currently going to be leaving Manchester United. But quite a few teams are interested, and I think Danny Rose or Kieran Turner, would be a suitable replacement for Luke Shaw. We know this is his 4th season now in the pros Man United, but he's frustrated with like game time he's getting. He received a lot of criticism off Mourinho last season. We saw a lot of players play at left back. We've seen a lot of players play at left back, haven't we? So we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes, and share if you do continue.